Have you ever looked at your fabric leftovers and thought, one day I'll get to these? Well, that day finally arrived. I batch cut a couple of pieces and got sewing. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, KGFL Creations. Welcome to another episode of Friday Sews. As usual, before we get into what has been going on here in the sewing room, I want to talk about what I'm wearing today. This is one of my this is really old, classic tees. I made it last year, I think, and I wear it all the time. Yes, all the time. It's already getting a bit raggedy, I would say. So I'm thinking about going into Hobby Lobby because I think they still have this fabric here, and buying a little bit more fabric so I can make another one of these, of this particular one with this print here, so I can retire this one because I can feel the little bumps, you know, because I wash this a lot. I wear and wash, wear and wash, wear and wash. I just love it, love it, love it, love it. Now let's talk about what has been going on here in the sewing room. Okay, I will admit, I went a little wild with the rotary cutter last weekend. I spent some time batch cutting a couple of pieces from some of my leftover fabric. It felt so good, so good to cut into that fabric. Oh my goodness, you guys have no idea. I actually started sewing one of them. I hit record on my phone, so I am going to share a little bit of my sewing with you now. Well, as you can see by that little crazy sewing montage that I put together, I did cut 2 blouses. I will insert a little picture of the cut patterns so you can see which one I made. and it was the Rhapsody. I was able to finish one of them, and this is the first one, the one that I showed you in my crazy little montage. This is the sleeveless Rhapsody blouse. This fabric here was a leftover from one of my Think Pink subscription boxes. Don't remember which number that was, but I had about, I think a 0.8 of a meter left over. Didn't have much. So all I could do was a sleeveless top. And since the Rhapsody is one of my favorite blouses, I had to do it. I had to. There was no way around it. So this is the one that I showed you. I did add a little label. Not sure if you're going to be able to see it. It says bespoke here. I almost forgot, as usual, but I remember at the last minute, last minute. So I added a little label here. Turned out really cute, front and back. Now for my second sleeveless Rhapsody, you could see that I used this fabric here, which is also from the Think Pink subscription box. Don't remember which box it was. I think it was a box maybe arrived in December or January, one of the two. And this one I had a little bit, I think I had about a meter left over of this one here. But this one is not finished. You see the sides are still open here. Didn't have time to finish this one, but this weekend I will finish this one here. This is the back. I did not do the pleat here in the back. I just did some gathers here. And that's pretty much it. I already finished the V here up front. This is done. And this time I remembered to add a label in the middle of the yoke. Even before I put the yoke together, I put the label in. And it says, "Thank you for being you." This little label here. It's a cute little label. So this one here will be finished this weekend. And this felt so good to be able to cut these two pieces. They have been sitting here on my table for a while. And I just kept looking at it and thinking, I'll get to you. And finally, I got to it. I have cut the little bias pieces here, the bias strips. I have to put the strips together, iron, and make them my little bias tape. Have my little bias piece here. This is from my box. I have a kit with different sizes, so this is what I use for. I like to use this one here, which is a 12 millimeter. This one here, I prefer this one, which makes a thinner bias tape. I prefer to use that one. So yeah, this was a great weekend. Last weekend I finished my Frankie polo. You guys saw that already. I finished that. That came out really good. It was my first time using woven and knit together in one garment. I was scared of doing that, the placket and the collar, but it actually turned out pretty good. It was harder to make the placket. You had to stay stitch, cut, turn it on the inside, and then the top stitching, that I think that was the most difficult part, doing the top stitching, and so you would catch what that fold that you put to the inside. I think that was a little bit harder, you know, to do the top stitching, but if you do it slowly, it works out fine. The collar went in pretty good, and then I did, it tells you to use bias tape to cover the seam all the way up, you know, in the back, all the way to the front. And as usual, I had the same fabric that I used on the video that I did my neck binding in the back. I used that same color, which it wasn't white, but it was like an off-white. So I used that, put it on the inside from here all the way to the back. Turned out great. And I already wore it to work. Yes, I did wear it to work and got many compliments. because it's something different. I have never worn a dress with that silhouette that just goes straight down. So yeah, it was different for me and I really liked it. Now, what are the plans for this weekend and for the week ahead? I am going to finish my second sleeveless Rhapsody blouse. Need to finish that. It's almost done. I can say that it's halfway done. It's not much. What takes the longest is adding the bias binding all around and bias binding on the two armholes. And that takes a little bit because I pin everything and I use 2,000 pins with everything that I make. So that takes a long time, and you sew once, you fold, pin again, and then sew one more time. So that takes a little bit, and then just doing the hems, and that's pretty much it. And this will be done. 2 little blouses out of the leftover fabric that I have been holding for a while. Also, I need to work on my spin number 4 of the summer edition of the Fabric Willow Fate. I did spin, it did land on something, and I think I have decided on what I am going to do, and hopefully it's going to be a quick sew and I can share with you next week. Well, let's talk about life. Life has been busy, crazy busy. I don't know what's happening. I'm so busy. I'm just running from one place to another and doing this and doing that. It's just, it's crazy. Plus the heat, middle of the summer. Wow. Yeah, it's crazy. And something that passed by and I totally forgot, did not pay attention at all. My 2-year anniversary on YouTube. That was back in June. Can you believe that? I just noticed last week when I went in and noticed that I had reached the 2,000 subscriber mark. My goodness, I have been missing everything. I made my video for last Friday sews. I made my video, and only when I went to upload, I saw that I had reached the 2,000 subscriber mark. And then I thought, you know what? It's been 2 years. And then I looked, it was in June, but yeah, it's a lot going on, but I am happy that I'm able to do everything that I need to do. I work a lot. I'm always sewing and helping my husband here at the house and cleaning and shopping and doing everything that we need to do in the house, at work, and our hobbies. With that, I did say on Tuesday's video that I was going to see what I had done for my when I reached the 1,000 subscriber mark, and I did. I had to go back to my video because I couldn't remember what I did. So that time I did a $50 gift card for Love Notions. But this year I want to do something a little bit different, not so different. This year I want to give away. It's going to be a giveaway. I will do the same amount, $50, but it doesn't have to be a Love Notions pattern. It can be any pattern of the person that wins. They can choose a pattern company that I need to be able to buy a gift card. So yeah, it can be any pattern company, can be here in the US, and can be in the UK, Australia, whatever it is that the person wants. But keep in mind that it is $50 US. So here it's $50 US. If it's one from Canada, it might be a little bit different. If it's in the UK, it'll be a different amount. It'll be a different amount in Australia, and on and on. So you understand that. It'll be just a $50, and it needs to be one website that I can actually purchase a gift card, that I can just email it to the winner of the giveaway. Now, for you to win the giveaway, all you have to do is in the comments below, what you have to put in the comments is what is your TNT pattern, the pattern company, and how many times you have sewn it. how many times you made it. That's all you have to do. Put it in the comments below, and by, let's put a deadline to this because I have to collect all the names, and I think I'll put it in the computer as I do with my fabric wheel of fate, and then I'll do a little spin there so we can get the winner for the $50 giveaway on my 2,000 subscriber mark. So let's put a giveaway of Monday night, which will be July 28th, 2025. That is the deadline, midnight. Let's put a time, midnight, July 28th, 2025 for the giveaway. I want to thank all my subscribers. Thank you so much for supporting me, for supporting my channel. This means a lot to me. I love what I'm doing. I love to sew, and I love making my videos and editing my videos. I try to make something different every time, if I have the time to do it, because sometimes it takes a little longer to do some of the crazy things that I do. But I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for the support that you are giving me. And with that, now I want to finish this video with the usual. If you liked this video, can you please hit that like button below? And if you can also subscribe, it will mean a lot to me. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. I will see you on the next one. Bye.